Hello everyone, so we're going to have a look at three methods of finding the center of a circle, and obviously from the center you can then find the radius and the equation, but we're just going to focus on finding the center. Okay, so the first method is usually when you have three coordinates that are on the circumference of the circle. They're actually on the circle. Okay, so the visualization of this method is the fact that if you have any 2 points and you join them, you get a chord. If you have any, you've got a chord. The midpoints of those chords, a line drawn through them will be perpendicular to it, but also more importantly, will intersect those two lines at the center. So the strategy is find the midpoint of a chord, find its slope, find the perpendicular slope, and use the midpoint and the perpendicular slope to create a line equation. Let's call that L1. Repeat the process here for L2. Use simultaneous equation to find the center. So let's pick these pair first. So let's find the slope and their midpoint. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 4 over minus 2 is minus 2, so that's its slope. Let's find its midpoint. 2 plus 0 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we're going to use 1 and 3, and then we're going to get the perpendicular slope to minus 2, which is a half. So I'm going to use this to create an equation through one of these lines. So y minus y1 is equal to slope times x minus x1. So that's 2y minus 6 is equal to x minus 1. X minus 2y plus 5. There's one of my equations of the lines. Okay, so now we have to find the other one, so we'll use the other pair. Go to x1, y1, x2, y2. So let's find the slope of this pair. Okay, y2 minus y1, over x2 minus x1. So that's 3 over 1, which is 3. Let's find the midpoint of this pair. 0 minus 1 is minus 1, that's minus a half. 5 plus 2 is 7, that's 7 over 2. So we have 3 and there. So let's use these then. So you have minus 1, minus a half and 7 over 2. And instead of 3, we have minus a third. So we're going to use this to find the center. Okay, so let's have a look at this. We're going to have y minus y1 is equal to slope times x minus x1. It's a double minus there, be careful. Multiply 3 by this side. Okay, that's 3y minus 21 over 2 is equal to minus x minus a half. Multiply everything by 2. 6y minus 21 is equal to minus 2x, and 2 times a half minus 1. So let's bring this 2x plus 6y minus 20. And there is my other formula. Okay, so we're going to do a simultaneous on both of these. X minus 2y plus 5 and 2x plus 6y minus 20. So multiply the top line by 3. 3x minus 6y plus 15 is equal to 0. Cancels. We have 5x is equal to 5x is equal to 1. If x is equal to 1, let's figure out what y is equal to. If x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. So 1 and 3 are the center of my... Now I can use that with one of those points to create the radius, and then use one of my formulas for the circle of the line. So, but that's how you do it using that strategy. Now there is an alternative method. But this comes with a health hazard. I would only use this alternative method if one of the points is 0, 0, personally. Okay? So, if one of the points is 0, 0, what we can use is the general formula for the expanded circle. X squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. And I can just substitute in 0, 0. And I get 0 squared plus 0 squared plus 2g times 0 plus 2f times 0 plus c equals to 0, which gives me c equals 0. So as you can see, that's a nice little trick. And then put in the other two. 3 and 1. 3 squared plus 1 squared plus 2g times 3 plus 2f times 1 plus c equal to 0. 3 squared and 1 squared, that's 10. So that's 6g plus 2f is equal to minus 10. So there's an equation. And let's do it again for 3 and 9. 3 squared plus 9 squared plus 2g times 3 plus 2f times 9 plus c equals 0. That's 9 plus 81 is 90. So that's 6g plus 18f is equal to minus 90. So we can do a simultaneous on these two to solve for g and f. So you have 6g plus 2f is equal to minus 10, and you have 6g plus 18f is equal to minus 90. Let's change the line signs on the top. Minus, minus, plus, cancel, and you've got 16f is equal to minus 80. Sorry, I made a hames of that. F is equal to minus 5. And if f is equal to minus 5, just put that back up in there. So 18 times minus 5, I'll put up here. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. That's a plus 10. So that would give me g is equal to 0. So now we need to find the center of this. So if you pop that back in now, we have our g and we have our f. We have x squared plus y squared plus 2g times 0 plus 2f times minus 5 plus c equals 0. So that's x squared plus y squared. That's 0. And that's minus 10f. Sorry, that's f is minus 5, so that's minus 10y plus c equals 0. So our center of that is going to be 0 and 5. Now, one little trick to notice there is that if you get two values of f and g, it's the opposite values you're looking for. So let's say, for example, that was 1. Then the center of that circle would actually be minus 1 and 5. Just happens to be 0, okay? So there you go. That's how you do that one. Now, let's see, is there anything weirder? Sometimes you're going to get a solution like this, where you actually have the line and you have the equation of the line and you just have 2 points. Okay, so again, that's just an same thing again. Find the midpoint, find the slope, find the perpendicular equation, and when the two of them meet using a simultaneous, that's your point. Okay, so that one can be a little bit trickier, especially if you don't have the equation. But it's not the hardest one to kind of figure out. You should be able to do it. It's just a matter of doing a lot of simultaneous equations. Okay, so I might do one of these. So imagine this point is 3x minus y minus 7. And let's say these 2 points are 1 and 1 and 2 and minus 1. So let's see the equation of this line here, because we already have him. So first of all, I need a slope. So we have 2 and minus 1 and 1 and 1. And y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's 2 over minus 1, which is minus 2. And let's get the midpoint. Add the x's. That's 3 over 2. Add the y's is 0. So these are, we need to get the perpendicular one. Perpendicular to that is a half, which 3 over 2 and 0. So y minus y1 is equal to a half on x minus x1. Y is equal to x over 2 minus 3 over 4. Multiply both sides by 4. 4y is equal to 2x minus 3, 2x minus 4y minus 3. So now I have a simultaneous. I'm going to use this with the other simultaneous. And we'll do our magic. And we should get the center of our circle. I think, let's have a look and see. Let's do it very quickly down here. So 2x minus 4y is equal to 3. And we have 3x minus y is equal to 7. Let's multiply the bottom line by minus 4. So minus 12x plus 4y is equal to minus 28. Cancel. Minus 10x is equal to minus 25. X is equal to 5 over 2. And then let's pop that back in. So if x is equal to 5 over 2, y is going to be equal to a half. So the center of my circle is 5 over 2 and a half. Okay?